Evening, fire signs and cross watchers. I'm here to give you all a wild card read straight from the hip with lots of lift. I'm already feeling a little spice coming in with you all, okay? We are going to give you individual reads. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to dive right in here. We're going to begin with Aries. So let me pull up your banner here. All right, and coming in at 56 on the dot. You're coming into alignment with something, Aries, 11 energy there. Let's see what you're coming into alignment with. This is for any strong Aries placement, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Pluto, prominent first house placement, or if you're a Libra rising, that makes you an Aries descendant. So let's check it out. What are you coming into alignment with here? Big 11 energy already on the board, just right out the gate. What is Aries coming into alignment with? What is coming in for Aries spirit? What is coming in for Aries spirit? Oh, what is coming in for Aries spirit? What is coming in for Aries? What does Aries need to know about here? What do we got going on? Ooh, justice. This is excellent. Okay, verdict in your favor. If you're dealing with anything on a legal level, this is balancing out. The truth is coming into alignment. This is also coming to a place of karmic balance. The truth will be known and it will settle a score. Right will be done in this situation. You could also be dealing with a Libra. You could be balancing something out with a Libra. Justice coming out really strong. This may be coming front and center for those who are Libra risings, okay? So something's balancing out here, and I love it. 11 energy right there. You're like double message, 11-11, okay? Good luck coming in there. That looks really positive. Good way to get this opened up here, okay? What is coming in for Aries? 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 Ooh. Ooh, oh, I love this. Okay, all majors, all right? So you're about to head into a really important week, and it was 2:44 on the clock. You're definitely coming into alignment with something. There's kismet all over this. Look, we got the sun here, okay? The sun. I said the sun, but it's the star. I mean, the star is the brightest sun. The sun is the brightest star in our universe. Okay, so this is something about getting to the other side. I feel like you're finally clearing out that old karmic cycle, and now here comes the sun. This is some happiness coming in. I'm also noticing the horseshoe effect there, so this is also some good luck. All right. Star energy, that's Aquarius energy. This is very front and center. All right. This is some opportunity to move forward. All right. You're not stuck anymore. I do feel like there is some spotlight being shined on you that maybe gives you some momentum. Maybe you've been waiting for something to kind of come into balance so you could have an opportunity to move forward. For some of you, this is financial balance. This is getting news in the affirmative about some good financial progress that's on its way to you. Ooh, and for some of you, this is also, ooh, you got new beginnings. This is an important week. Are you kidding me? What is this? I'm sorry. I had to look ahead a little bit. Okay. You got an Ace of Cups. You got an Ace of Pentacles. All right. You got some options to look at here with the Seven of Cups, and it looks like whatever you decide will come to the right conclusion because you've got the Six of Wands right behind that. This is like stars on the rise. This is some moment of success. This is like spotlight on you where you've been feeling like really stuck, especially in relation to finances or getting things to come into alignment in such a way where you felt like finally, finally I'm experiencing like something pouring back into me. It looks like you've been pouring out a lot. Maybe you've been having to spend a lot of money, or maybe you've been having to just like expend a lot of time and energy trying to get something to grow, something to move forward. It looks like you're having some moment of success that finally gets things moving forward in a positive way. It also brings some kind of financial opportunity, as well as it looks like a little opportunity for maybe some love, some affection. You might even have some options in that regard. You know, you might have some offers on the table. There might be some people that are interested in you. I feel like those offers are coming in not only romantically, but also business opportunities as well, opportunities to move into greater expansion. I think that you'll finally feel like you're getting to the other side of what's been a rough cycle. It feels like you closed up something karmically, and now you're getting an opportunity at some kind of success. Some kind of success that gets you moving forward, and you're feeling pretty darn good about it, all right? Tell me more about this for Aries. What more does Aries need to know about this? I mean, this looks pretty good right out the gate here, right? I'm not seeing a downside yet, you know. It looks pretty positive. Oh, I love this. You stop sabotaging yourself. Seven of Swords in reverse. I think you also figured out who was working against you, you know, who you needed to cut off, maybe even some habits you needed to cut off. It could be a behavior, you know. This could also be the truth that you weren't willing to see before, but now it's kind of like staring you in the face and you can't deny it. And so you make the right move. This is turning a tricky situation around. It works out to your advantage. I also feel like for those of you who've been dealing with any kind of legal issues, anything like that, where maybe you were falsely accused or it seemed like you were being unfairly put on trial. This could even just be like, you know, people making false judgments about you and sort of putting you in a tight spot. And it really affected you in a negative way. It could have even affected you on a business level. You know, it could have affected your opportunities. I feel like this is being turned around. You know, something is being rectified in this situation. It looks really good. We're going to get the shadow light playing cards out, but I'm going to do a cut of the deck here first. Yeah, there's something that you've been battling out here with the Five of Wands, and you're moving away from this energy. This is really combative, competitive energy. This is fighting, it's drama, it's BS. I think you've had enough of this. You're ready to send this energy packing, and you know, you're on the move to calmer waters, right? Looks really good. What are you moving toward? Ooh, look at this. Good energy, man. This is 10 of Pentacles. This is happy home. This is financial stability. This is 10th house restoration as well. Okay, so if you were dealing with anything where, you know, again, your reputation was affected or there was gossip or drama around you, I feel like this is getting rectified. And the truth is, you know, it's being put on the table and something is being balanced out here and it looks really good. All right, this is very positive. I like seeing this come in for Aries. It's high time. The Emperor is back on their throne. All right, so let's check this out. Let's see what else is coming in here. Let's get some more details for you. I mean, that's off to a pretty smashing start, Aries. Okay, looks like something is opening up that's broadening the horizons. It's giving more opportunities for growth, expansion. Finances look good. Stability looks good. You know, if you're looking to kind of like fix things up at home or secure a living situation or move into a new home, anything along these lines, it looks like a positive go ahead on that. Green light going through. This is could be, you know, even paperwork, you know, being completed on that level. Home loan coming in, you know, something along these lines that gets you moving forward in the direction you want to head in. This is a very positive development. All right. Let's see. What else does Aries need to know about this situation? Yeah, discover, learn, and play on the top there. I just caught that. There is something you discovered, you know, and it gave you a clue about the right hand you needed to play to turn this situation around. If you haven't gotten this information yet, you're going to get it, okay? You're going to get some kind of inside tip that turns things around for you. What we got here? Ooh, you're turning the tables on someone. This is Joker in reverse, but check it out. It's in the light. So this is a little divine play. Yeah, I think you're getting some kind of advantage, some kind of inside assistance, an ace up the sleeve, something that gets you turning these tables around in a situation where maybe you were dealing with a lot of opposition, but it looks like things are about to come out right for you. There's some kind of vindication here. Okay, this positive energy. Show me what Sagittarius. I meant to say Aries. All right, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. There could be something that's being balanced out here in that regard. For that to come out like that. We got the Jack of Diamonds coming up in the light, okay? We got the 5 of Diamonds coming up in the shadow. We got the 10 of Spades also in the shadow. Okay, so you found out that somebody was doing something to really slow down your progress financially, possibly even cut off some kind of financial opportunity for you. It could have been in relation to a Sagittarius, just for that to come out like that. You know, maybe there was some kind of battle about this. Maybe there was some kind of dispute. There could have been legal discrepancies or something. And maybe something was getting pinned on you, but it wasn't your fault. You know, your name is being cleared in this matter. If that was a legal matter, like, it's going to turn out in your favor, right? There was some holdup here. It was really affecting you financially, I got, you know, in some way that affected your finances. Again, you know, with this 10 of Spades here, it's like 10th house energy. That's what I'm picking up off of that. And when I'm picking up 10th house energy, very much so, that makes me think of your reputation. If you have a business of your own, your brand, you know, so this could be like, you know, somebody stirring up dissension or unfair competition, you know, around your reputation that affected the influx of business or somehow compromised your finances in some way. There could also be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in relation to this that was involved in kind of like slowing things down, you know. Yes, okay. Definite shadow energy. All right, you definitely are bringing this to an end. I feel like some people may feel like you're bringing it to an end really harshly, but the reality is, like, what was done there was really dirty. It's like dirty pool, all right? And it may take, you know, some time to sort this out, but I do feel like, you know, there's definitely a judgment in your favor in this situation. What do we got on the bottom of the deck here? Yeah, you're moving away from this energy, and you can't move away from it fast enough. That's what I see. And you could have been dealing with an earth sign energy that was behaving out of pocket. Somebody who was like a gold digger, had their eyes on your money or wanted to take advantage of you financially. Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in the shadow. And look who comes in. We got the King of Clubs. Again, you know, that fire sign energy came in. Could have been a Sagittarius. Could also be, you know, another Aries that you were dealing with, or a Leo is possible too. It's possible as well that, you know, you used to be, you know, impassioned toward this Queen of Diamonds energy, and then you were like, I'm out. You know, you learned something that turned you off, and you went kind of like, you went rogue on this energy. Yeah, it could have been somebody you used to be romantically involved with here. Awesome. King of Hearts coming up in the shadow. Water sign energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay. I feel like this is somebody that you used to have like a romantic involvement with, an attraction to. You learned something about this individual. You didn't like what you learned. You learned there was some foul play going on here. Somebody was taking advantage of you. You know, somebody was affecting you in a negative way. You know, it was negatively impacting you. In some cases, there was, you know, slowdown around finances you were supposed to receive, or there was interference in your work or your reputation that was affecting your ability to kind of like build your business or get opportunities. You know, it was putting roadblocks in for you, and you cut this off. And in cutting this off, double affirmation. You get some kind of success, you get some kind of victory that you should have received a long time ago. So this is like restitution energy. Something is being righted here, and you're pulling yourself out of conflict. There's no more competition. Like, this matter is being settled in your favor. That looks freaking excellent, man. Okay. We're going to stick with it. We're going to do a cut of the deck energy here. What do we got? Yeah, I think this was really disappointing. All right. There's been disappointment around this. There's been a sense of loss. There's been a sense of hurt, you know. you recognize there was interference. There's some kind of third-party interference in this situation that caused complication and caused some kind of loss. And I do think it hurt, you know, it definitely hurt. Yep. But, you know, you're glad you found out about it because it really made you pull your energy back before things got worse. You know, you did what you needed to do to protect yourself here. Okay. Yeah. You became very aware that something was really foul here. All right. Really foul. And it's a way that people were working against you, people you trusted, people you relied on. All right. And it made you realize, like, I lost something because I trusted this person. You know, I believed in them. I thought they were loyal to me, and they were doing me dirty the whole time. You ended cycle on this. Double fives. You didn't just end cycle on this. You ended cycle on this with a swiftness. 1616 on the clock. Double sevens. This is good luck for you, okay? It's like this person was like a dark cloud hanging over you, man, and it was preventing you from having personal fulfillment. But here it comes. You got the Ace of Hearts. Again, another confirmation. So there's also some kind of new emotional beginning here. There's something new that's made possible because you ended cycle on this, and you're cutting off the people that were acting as a roadblock to your progress. And this is a good thing. Yeah, they were blocking this. They were blocking your success. They were blocking your victory. But no more. They can't get in the way of this anymore. They might have even been throwing some workings around, okay? And they could have been throwing around interference related to your work, okay? It's not for everybody that they know people who do workings, who work on that level. But when you think of workings, it's not just like somebody doing spell work, okay? You also got to think of people working situations in a very manipulative way. 1717 on the clock, all right? This is being brought to a close. Luck is on your side. Brand new beginning. And it restores what should have been yours the first time around. So congratulations. That looks good. Yep. I think you had harsh words in regard to this. But if somebody pulled anything shady on a legal level, woof, they're about to land their butts in hot water in this situation. All right. And that's what I got for you, Aries. Looks pretty darn good. And we're going to move on now to Leo. Leo at 1757. All right, we're getting Leo on the board here. I got a separate deck I'm using for you. All right, pulling out the Angel Tarot for you. Okay, so you might be needing a little spiritual assistance at this time. Page of Pentacles, bottom of the deck here. This could be some news coming in. All right, could be some news coming in from an earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be some news you've been waiting for regarding some kind of financial assistance. This could be financial assistance with student loans, financial assistance with getting into school. Okay. I'm picking up some kind of educational component in relation to this. Some of you have children, and you know, you've been in a position where you've had to like put out a pretty penny for something related to schooling. Maybe you don't want your kid in public school. You want them to go to like a Montessori school or something like that. I feel like you're getting positive news in the affirmative. For some of you, this is about getting more training that will support future financial growth in the work you're doing. All right, just as an initial message, but let's see what is coming in here for Leo. What does Leo need to know at this time? What does Leo need to know at this time? What's showing up on Leo's path at this time? What does Leo need to know at this time? Give us some clues about what Leo should expect coming their way, Spirit. What does Leo need to know at this time, Spirit? One more. Okay. Let's see what we got here, Leo. The Hangman. Yeah, I mean, I think you're waiting to hear something. You're waiting to hear some news. You could be waiting to hear from a Pisces here, okay? It says desire for knowledge, protects from liars, evil spells, and bad spirits, all right? So maybe you feel like somebody's kind of thwarting you, or they're keeping you held up at the crossroads, you know? Maybe you feel like maybe you misfired back there. Maybe you feel like you did a working that's kind of holding you up at the crossroads. It could work either way, really. I also feel like you're feeling like there's some deception in your situation and that it's holding things up. I do feel like you're waiting to hear from somebody. Maybe somebody said that they were going to, you know, give you some money. They promised you some money. You've been waiting to receive it and you haven't received it yet. And you're wondering what the heck is going on here. Page of Cups, divine comfort, gives consolation and protection from one's enemies, okay? Water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So you might really feel like, you know, you're waiting to hear from somebody and you want to know what the heck is going on here. This is somebody that you normally feel like you really feel connected to, you know, you feel connected to them on a heart level. This could even be somebody that you've had romantic involvement with before. You know, you think somebody might be interfering in your situation, holding something up for you. What is going on here? Ace of Cups. Rejuvenation, obtains the mercy of God and gives long life. This has something to do with some kind of new beginning that, you know, you were hoping, you're hoping for. You feel like somebody's interfering with this. You might feel like a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is interfering. There's somebody you were waiting to hear from. I feel like, you know, you're waiting to receive some kind of assistance that you were supposed to receive. This could be from somebody you've been romantically involved with before. Again, it could be in relation to a child. We do have a couple of page energies on the board here, but I feel like there's some kind of holdup, and you feel like somebody might be interfering in you getting this assistance or getting, you know, your cup filled here. I feel like there was something you were supposed to receive, and you're just like waiting on the line. You're wondering what's going on. You might have even reached out to this person and tried to communicate with them, asking them like, what's going on with this? The Hanged Man. It comes out again, okay? If you suspect that somebody is just like playing the waiting game with you, that they're putting you on hold, they promised you something you were supposed to receive, and you've been just like sitting, waiting. You already reached out to them, you tried to put through a call, or, you know, you left them a message, you DM'd them, and you're just like not hearing anything back. I mean, it looks like you're wanting to know what the heck is going on. And this person just has you like waiting. You're not hearing anything back. And I think you were really counting on receiving this. There's something you're needing so you can move forward, but you suspect that something foul is at play here, like somebody's not being honest with you, or somebody is straight up interfering. That's an interesting message. Maybe you even feel like somebody's like lover or somebody they're connected to romantically is interfering with your message getting through, like they're intercepting the message, blocking the message. If that's the case, I think you think there's interference coming from likely a Pisces. I have to say, the Hanged Man with the Page of Cups coming out is coming out pretty strong. Could be somebody with strong water and earth sign placements in their chart. You may suspect that this person, you know, doesn't want you talking to this individual. Maybe they think there's some kind of like romantic attraction there, or you think this person is interfering in this situation romantically. King of Pentacles in the mainframe. Daddy Warbucks. I'm sorry. That's what I just heard. Is this somebody who, like, you know, has got some money? Is this like somebody that, you know, foots the bill, or you rely on this person to kind of, you know, offer some financial assistance? This could be somebody that is, you know, supposed to give you some kind of financial support. This has either been agreed upon, or if it's in relation to a child, it could be child support, right? Because that child piece did come in, and you're wondering what's going on. You might be really pissed off at this individual, but it says here, causes harmony and peace and calms anger in anyone, all right? So I think there's an explanation for this, all right? There's an explanation for the holdup. I do feel like this is somebody who's supposed to give you some money, all right? This could even be a boss, all right? You've been waiting, like, where's my check? What's going on here? Okay, there's been some holdup financially. There's a lot here, though, about, you know, somebody's kind of like not being totally honest. I do feel like you're upset with this individual. I sense that what you're waiting to receive here, it's delayed. It's not like you're not going to get it. It does feel like it's money. You're waiting for some money to come through. All right. I think this person will follow through. If they promised you something, it's coming. I do feel like with them, you know, brandishing this sword of truth on their shoulder, you know, their other word, if they promised you that pentacle, you know, they're going to deliver. All right. But there is some holdup here before your cup can get filled with what was promised. All right. King of Cups. All right, water sign energy. Again, there might be a distraction here that's kind of getting in the way of this situation. Water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, right? Yeah, you know, it's interesting. There might be somebody who's kind of is interfering in this situation, and it could be a lover, right? It could be a lover is holding up the show. It could have been in some way, like I said, you know, a lover intercepted the message, or a lover is, you know, kind of like distracting this character here, maybe even trying to talk them out of offering this assistance that was promised. It says restitution finds stolen objects and finds the person responsible. All right. So I think this situation will get rectified. It does seem like somebody is trying to block you receiving something that was promised to you, potentially from this King of Pentacles. And it could be their lover, somebody they're connected to romantically, Wheel of Fortune. But this situation's in the process of being transformed as we speak here. With Metatron on the scene, he raises the vibration. All right, there will be advancement. There will be progress. If you felt like you were held back on the job from getting a promotion, you were promised a raise, a promotion, something like this, something that meant more money for you, you might suspect that somebody who's like potentially having an office affair, you know, is getting in the way of you receiving this. You might feel like there's a little bit of favoritism going on, like somebody's favoring their lover in this situation, or their lover is interfering. I keep getting this message here. All right. But I do feel like this is getting straightened out. There's a record of what was promised too, and this person's going to be held to it. Okay. So what you were promised is going to be coming through there. Let me do a cut of the deck, and then we'll just get some clarifying cards with the wild cards here. Five of Swords, desire to know and the acquisition of wisdom. Yeah, you sense betrayal. You think somebody is doing something foul, that they're trying to get away with something here, and they will be called out though. Okay, so whoever is trying to get away with something funny here, they will be held accountable, and judgment in your favor in this situation. What's due you, you will receive. Atonement of errors destroys the power of enemies and humiliates them. So I have to tell you, I do feel like somebody is interfering in your situation, in something you're supposed to receive. They're holding things up, but this is going to be rectified. And whoever is causing these problems, causing these holdups, they're going to be held accountable, right? So this is all being ironed out here. All right. Let's check it out. All right, let's check it out, Leo. Let's see any clarification we can get around this, Leo. I mean, it might be kind of stressful right now. I feel like you're kind of waiting on pins and needles. Like it's really important that you get what was promised, all right? You've been counting on it. Ooh, you might have even kind of been spending money in advance, and now you're kind of sweating it because you're like, where is this funding I was promised? Where is this assistance I was supposed to receive? Like, I'm starting to get a little nervous here. It's getting it a bit down to the wire. Something's going to be ironed out here. All right. And again, this is for any strong Leo placement: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Pluto, prominent fifth house placement. Or if you happen to be a Virgo rising, that makes you Hey, Leo descendant. Okay, so let's see. Any more details here for Leo? Any more details that Leo needs in regard to the situation? It looks pretty cut and dry for the most part, but let's see if there's anything else that wants to pop out here, okay, just to get you any final details in this situation. Yeah, 11 theory, theory of 11. This means that what's yours, what's meant for you, cannot be taken from you, okay? You're kind of come into alignment with this thing. And I do feel like it's a promise about something that you were supposed to receive. I do believe it's going to come through at the 11th hour, though, okay? So I'm sorry, I hate to say that, but I do feel like it's going to come through just in the nick of time. So try not to stress out about it too much. Yeah, what do we got here? We got the 9 of Hearts coming out. Let's see, is that in the shadow or light, though? Let's check it out here. Yeah, you know, again, like you need this. You really need this. I'm also getting this picture here with the 9 of Hearts coming up in the shadow. It's like, yes, don't worry. What you were promised will come in, but it's coming in later than you expected. I feel like this might be a piece here where you kind of like, you've been overspending, or, you know, you were counting on this coming in by a certain time. And so you kind of, I don't know, you cut it a little close financially. And because of that, you're really stressed out about it. We got Queen of Spades here coming up in the light, okay? It's air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, all right? Somebody has some kind of truth here, you know, that they're standing on in this situation. Queen of Spades in the upright, in the light, definitely has some truth on their side. And we see here, we got the King of Spades in the shadow, okay? So which X here are you putting the blame on? Which lover are you putting the blame on in this situation with the King of Spades coming up in the shadow here? All right. I feel like, you know, this is something about a lover, you know, interfering in a situation, something that you were supposed to receive. There is deception around this, but I feel like you might have it flip-flopped where you're putting the blame, and you need to get a little clearer of a view here, Leo. You might be blaming the wrong person in this scenario. Somebody here has truth on their side. It looks like it's the queen in this situation. It's the king who's like being a little silver-tongued, all right? So let me get some more information here. It's just a holdup, all right? What is true will be preserved, all right? If you have a strong air sign placement in your chart, feminine, I feel like, you know, you definitely have truth on your side here. Something's going to work out. This does have something to do with work, all right? This could be a former employer too. You walked away from a job where you weren't being treated properly. You weren't receiving what was promised, okay? And you might have even had to, you know, file something, you know, in order to get your hands on this money that was due you. But I do feel it's coming in. It's delayed. And I know that's stressful, but it will work out, all right? I do feel like you're blaming the wrong person in this scenario, though. I do feel that, okay? There's something here where you need to get the truth in this scenario. You don't have the right person kind of like in your sights as far as who the troublemaker is here. I don't know why I got that, you know? But there's something here that's going to be revealed to you that's going to give you a clear picture of this situation to let you know who's really responsible here. All right. Let me get some more details. Anything else? Anything else? You might be expecting the truth from this individual. Okay. This could be a past lover too. This could be a past lover, you know, that somebody you were working with before. You used to be on good terms. You used to be on cordial terms with one another, but since then they've kind of become sort of cold, cut off, you know. We know you're not hearing from them, but maybe they also became kind of biting with their words, right? King of Spades in the shadow is not a nice energy. So I feel like, you know, it used to be really easy to work with this person, but something's been complicating. You might feel like it has something to do with an ex of theirs, a lover of theirs. I mean, they are of the same suit. We do have Queen of Spades, King of Spades here. But I don't know, you know, I have to say the queen in this situation is in the truth, man. They are balanced. They're in the light. It's the king energy that's in the shadow. You may have felt like somebody is just, you know, blowing smoke up your ass. That's what I heard. Like you feel like somebody's not being honest with you. I think it's your perception of this person, though. I have to tell you, there's something you don't see here. Like, you're kind of quick to jump the gun and blame. That's what I see. Because look, just as I said that, you think somebody's blowing smoke up your ass. Here comes the King of Spades and the light. It's like, no. They're not doing anything incorrect here. All right? You have this perception of them. You've cast them in this light. But there ain't nothing wrong with what they're doing, you know. They'll follow through. If they said they'll do something, they'll do it. Look at this. You got the 3 of clubs, okay? It's worse for the wearer. It's tattered. I know. You've been waiting for this to come in. You need this to come in. You need it to get, you know, things straightened out so you can move forward. You got to have something to work with, and you're running on empty. But I do feel like you kind of like spent money in advance, or you kind of like bit off more than you could chew before you actually had what you needed in your hand. And so now it's sort of like you're blaming this person, and maybe they even got angry with you about this, but this person's being honest with you, right? They're being honest with you. You're going to get what you need. It's just, like I said, it's going to come through at the 11th hour, a lot longer than you were hoping for, you know, before you received this money. Feels like it's money, I have to say. Kind of the deck energy. What do we got here? Queen of Clubs. There you go. All right. There you go. You're going to get what you need. Queen of Clubs. The money's coming through. All right. And with that, we got the 3 of Diamonds, okay, in light. So you're going to have what you need to work with, okay, so you can get things moving forward. So you can take care of those bills, so you can handle that payment, so you can get yourself out of a tight spot financially. It's just delayed. So try not to trip too hard, okay? And don't blame this person. Like they're not lying to you, all right? In fact, they may have been dealing with somebody who, you know, compromised them in some way, and it has nothing to do with them. Maybe they're held up too. You don't know. Whatever's going on here, you're going to find out the truth in this situation, what the holdup was, and I think then you're going to feel kind of bad for, you know, just thinking so harshly about this person. They're not deceiving you. All right, so just give it a little time to pan out. Everything's going to turn out just fine, Leo. All right. Moving on to Sagittarius at 3820. All right, we've got 1120 energy. Okay, Sag, you're coming into alignment as well. All right, let's check out what's going on with you. Let's see what Sagittarius has going on here. 6 of Pentacles. What is this with the fire signs? It's all about like finances, balancing things out. All right, you may be getting some kind of financial gift, Sagittarius, with that 6 of Pentacles there, right? There might be something coming in financially to balance things out. You might get a gift of money that sort of like gives you a little bit of breathing room. And that's a good message to come in. You're getting some kind of support, some kind of assistance here. It does feel like it's coming in through some kind of gift, though, right? So let's check this out. What does Sagittarius need to know at this time? This is for any strong Sagittarius placement. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Pluto. Prominent 9th house placement, or if you are a Gemini rising, that makes you a Sagittarius descendant. So what does Sag need to know at this time? What's coming towards Sag? What does Sag need to know at this time, Spirit? What's coming up for Sagittarius? What do they need to know at this juncture? All right. Queen of Cups, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, okay? I feel like you're in your feels right now, all right? You might be a little nostalgic. You might be thinking back to some old times. You might have been feeling a little emotional. You may have been kind of like wondering what happened, what happened to the good old days, all right? You could also be feeling very nostalgic. I got this. There's a little bit of a sentimentality coming in with this energy. I also feel like you're really tapped into your intuition at this time. You could be dealing with a mother, all right? A mother, or you could be dealing with a water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, in connection with this, all right? So let's see what's going on here for Sagittarius. What's coming in for Sagittarius? I do feel that there's something you're picking up intuitively. I do feel like you're kind of looking back at like the way things were. The way things were before everything went awry, okay? So let's see what's coming in here. With that Six of Pentacles energy, maybe you just wish that, you could get on the same page with someone. You might be considering getting somebody a gift, all right? Just to sort of like balance things out. Or somebody may be thinking of getting you a gift. Maybe they want to show you their appreciation. You might be sort of picking up this person's energy, feeling them in your space a little bit. Maybe that's why your intuition is a little picked up. What's going on here? What's coming in for Sagittarius? What's coming in for Sagittarius? All right. Some energy at the crossroads there. We got crossing energy coming in. What do we got here? Oh, we got an Emperor. Okay. Emperor energy front and center, Taurus energy, Aries energy. Yeah, look at this. We got the World here. Okay, so something came to completion. There was the closing of some cycle. And again, I do feel like you've been in your feels here. There's something you've been processing. The World is when something's come to a close, something came to an end, but there's success on the other side of this, and that's a beautiful thing. But there's usually a lot of processing that goes along with any closing of a major karmic cycle as well. We do see there's like this pearl of wisdom here that you're carrying forward with you. So I do think you're integrating some experiences. You could have closed a cycle with a Taurus, just because with the World card, the energies are the fixed sign energies. So you could have been dealing with a Taurus, a Leo, an Aquarius, a Scorpio. We did have that Scorpio energy come in. We do have the Taurus energy here as well. All right. Something is coming to a close here. And I feel like before you really step into this empowerment and move forward, you're kind of like, it's just a moment of pause to just like lean into what you're feeling and get in touch with the feels. You got some feels about it. You got some nostalgia around it too. There's some big transformation you're going through here, with the butterfly energy there. I feel like you're just about on the other side of this, though, where you get to sort of move into that expansion, that success. It looks like it'll be good with that Emperor energy there, right? I do feel like you're taking charge in your life. I do think you're doing what you need to do to move forward in an empowering way. And I do feel like this is a level up, okay? Because with that butterfly energy, it's like, all right, you're coming to the end of the processing here. It was 44 on the clock, okay? So I do feel like you're guided. What got thrown away here? Oh, we got the Three of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So there was something that just wasn't going to work here, No matter how much you wanted it to work, it just wasn't going to work. And you had to toss it aside. For some of you, you were working at a job where it's like, yeah, it may have supported me financially, but it just wasn't doing it for me. And it didn't allow me enough creative leeway. It didn't allow me enough room to maneuver and really to like level up too. There was no growth opportunity there. And you decided to let it go, But it does kind of have more of these vibes of, something emotional being closed up with that Queen of Cups energy there. This could have been also, interesting. It could be your desire to do something more creative or more inspired, right? Maybe you even feel drawn to some kind of like metaphysical type of work, some kind of spiritual kind of work. Maybe the work you were doing before is just feeling kind of soulless, and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And at the same time, there might be some people who had opinions about your desire to move in a different direction, right? They may be telling you you should do the responsible thing. And so this could have been a little difficult. There might have been some falling out, you know. You might feel a little, a little sad about how certain connections were affected by your choices, or some chapter in your life, maybe when things were a lot more simple than they are now. You know, it's not, it's heavy as the head that wears the crown with that emperor energy. You know, when you start to move into more of an empowered position, it definitely puts you in a spot where it's like, well, you know, I can't blame it on my cruddy job, or I can't blame it on, this person over here. If I'm stepping into this leadership role, it's like I kind of have to own the way this turns out. You may even feel like a little nervous about stepping into this new direction. You might feel like, what if they're right? You know, what if what they say is true? Then I'm going to look like a fool. Okay. Well, I mean, that's part of what you have to risk. Anytime we want to step into greater expansion or success, you know, you have to take the risk of failure. It's possible. I do feel like in some way you're breaking from the pack here. You want something more. You're not willing to settle for less, okay? And for some of you, this is around work. I do feel work coming in very strongly. You know, I think you're kind of thinking of your options. You're trying to figure out the best way forward. I think you got a lot of different ideas, a lot of different creative ideas. I think there's a lot of opinions that have come your way in regard to this too, but you've sort of said, like, you know, back off. You know, I got to do what's right for me. I just got to trust where I'm being led here. Okay. For some of you, this could be playing out in matters of heart. I am picking up more like your work direction. I have to be honest with you. But for those of you where it's matters of the heart, you know, you've had a lot of options. Maybe you've been exploring your options. You had fun with that for a while. But now you're like, you know, I'm kind of ready for something a little bit more. You know, I want something with a little more depth. You might have been thinking back to a particular connection you had where there was just a real depth of, you know, emotional connection, maybe even a spiritual connection, something more soulful. And you're like, yeah, you know, it's fun to explore my options for a while, but I don't really want that anymore. But for some reason, there's this piece here where you're like, I don't know if it'll work. Okay. See that piece coming into. Let's get some more details. Maybe you feel like it won't work. It won't work because there's been a pattern of third-party interference in the past, or maybe somebody was more focused on their work, you know, making money, getting the bag was more important to them than really nurturing the relationship. Or you could have felt that somebody was just more superficially oriented. You know, there just wasn't the same matching of depth there that you were hoping for. Something made a situation just untenable, like there's no way to work this out. I do feel like you're reflecting on it, but I also feel like you're leveling up, like you're stepping forward, and you're trusting like where your own compass is leading you. Ooh, yep. Yeah, I think you're leaving behind a particular devil. That's what I feel. You know, you've been struggling with this for a while. Could have been dealing with a Capricorn, okay? 10th house energy as well. We also got Aquarius energy here, Aries energy here for the Fool moving forward. So I do feel like you're leaving behind a situation where you felt really trapped. And for some of you, it's a little bit of both, okay? For some of you, there's this piece where you were in a job, it wasn't satisfying you, you know, you felt like somebody else was in control of your financial future, and it didn't really allow you the kind of growth and expansion you were wanting to see. It was also boring. It was drudgery. You felt chained to this job, okay? And you're really wanting to move in more of a creative direction, something that excites you more. And maybe people are really shocked by the direction you want to head in with your career, because to them, they're like, what is this? Like, this can't be real. There's no way you can actually do this for a living. And you may have to prove them wrong, but no matter what, you are heading into a brand new cycle here. For others of you, you were in, some relationship for convenience sake, okay? Maybe it supported you financially, but there was a lot that kind of like held you back too from being your authentic self, because somebody else controlled the money in the scenario. Maybe somebody here had more of a position of financial authority in this romantic connection. And because of that, the other felt really like just like stuck. I feel like you're breaking away from this. Somebody might have cheated in that case. They might have really, just sort of been towing the line, and they have this impression of like, oh yes, I'm in this committed relationship, but inside they were like, I can't handle this. They wanted to break free, and maybe was getting in a little action on the side, or flirting, flirting with disaster. I do feel like a really unhealthy toxic cycle is coming to a close here, and something has been left behind. It feels like an old way of life, an old type of work, an old way of relating, an old identity in some cases, and you're embracing who you really are. And you don't care if people think you're a freak. You don't care if people think you're a weirdo. You're like, nope, I got to do what inspires me. You can go ahead and nip at my heels all you want. Give me all the cautions that you want to throw my way, but I've already made up my mind. I'm going on this adventure. And I do feel like this is the opening of a brand new chapter, and it'll bring some cool opportunities your way. I feel if anything, it's more authentic. Yeah, I think this way was barred from you for a long time. You were afraid to head in this direction. There might have been a couple people who were trying to control you from moving forward. They were very much in their ego and their own desires and what they wanted. That's why the blocks were put in your way. It had nothing to do with what's really possible for you. I think you're smart. All right. You got 9 of Cups. You're going to find a lot of fulfillment heading in this direction and going your own way. You got to trust your intuition on this one. I do feel like you had a couple people who were trying to cramp your style, man. They didn't want to see you move forward toward this thing, all right? And whatever they were throwing your way, whatever cautions they were giving you, it's because they had their egos engaged. Like they didn't want to see you, rise up into this. And it also compromised them in some way if you move toward what you really desired, okay? It's going to turn out well. You got, personal gratification there. I think you're going to be feeling good, right? And maybe it's time you poured into yourself a bit. Maybe it's time you really did what feels good for you. Maybe you were trying really hard to, make other people happy, or, just sort of, let them have too much sway over your choices. But I feel like there's something here that you're really stepping up into, You're taking charge of your life. You're choosing to head in a direction that feels good for you. And I think it's going to pay off. I think you're going to be really fulfilled, okay? So let's get some more details here for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Pluto, prominent 9th house placement, or Gemini rising. All right, what we got? 9 of Spades, okay? In the light, I do think you feel a little anxious about this. I do. I think, you might be worrying about it a bit. I think that you've really understood that, it is a risk. You are heading in a risky direction. And I feel like you are moving out of a situation that was kind of like codependent, It's outside of your comfort zone to head in this direction. And, I think for a while you allowed yourself to get, too caught up in other people's opinions about what the right choice was for you. It might have even knocked your confidence a little bit, right? But I think you've really decided to just sort of like move away from the distractionary energy so you could get in touch with what feels right to you. You wanted to recover a sense of passion and enthusiasm in your life again. And I feel like you are. But it does require that you have to cut something off. And I don't know, these people might not be too happy about that. And just as I say that, what do we got? We got the Queen of Hearts here coming up in the line. This could be a mother, okay? It could be a mother who's worried about you. She doesn't want you to get hurt. She doesn't want you to, you know, suffer the repercussions of what she thinks might not be the wisest choice. She might feel you're moving a little too risky. This could be a water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, okay? It's like telling you, like, I don't know. I don't feel right about this. I don't think it's going to turn out well for you, right? Yeah, but yeah, they're trying to dissuade you from this. Six of Clubs in reverse. They're trying to say, no, you don't want to head in that direction. No, it's your victory. It was 55:33 on the clock, okay? You are meant to close cycle on whatever you're walking away from. And yeah, it may seem like an abrupt change. It's going to change everything, but it's a building block for your future. It'll be disruptive at first, but you got helpers coming in, okay? There's helpful forces lining up. There's opportunities to move into this expansion. And I think you're going to be very happy that you took this risk. 56 on the clock. You're meant to come into alignment with this thing. Anything else here for Sagittarius? Any other details for Sagittarius? Yeah, you got like a Madam Rufflebonnet who's been pulling you back. Somebody who thinks they know better for you than you do yourself, and that's just nonsense. Yeah, look at this. Oh, they would just love for you to stay stuck with the 8 of Spades in the shadow. Oh, no skin off their nose if you stay trapped. I think you felt trapped. You're springing a lock. You're setting yourself free in this situation, okay? I think that's pretty good. I think it's pretty clear. I think you're taking a risk and it's going to pay off. Big success, happiness, personal fulfillment, and it's because you're living life on your terms, not letting other people call the shots for you. And you're moving into Emperor energy. That's positive, right? Cut the deck here. 3 of Hearts in the shadow, okay? So again, I feel like what's been an issue here is some kind of like third-party interference. And something that just for you, it wasn't something you felt enthused about, you know? I think 3 of Hearts, I also think that like celebration energy, you know, feeling really good about something. And you're just like, you know, I don't feel enthused about staying here. Like, I need to do something different, man. And again, water sign energy. No, but you need to stay. You don't want to move forward toward this. Don't follow your heart, Sag. Water sign energy in the shadow here. I mean, I think you called it out. You're like, nope, I'm moving away from this, okay? You made the right shot. You made the right shot there, okay? And it's going to be a slam dunk, all right? Because this thing was only a burden to you, okay? It was holding you back. It was keeping you in the dark. This came to light. And you know, heading in this direction, it may have taken a long time getting here, okay? But everything you've been wanting to come in for you, everything you hope for on that horizon, you've now opened the way for it to come into port. So I think you're about to prove these people wrong. Wise choice, man. Be brave. I know you may feel a little nervous about it, but you can't mess with this. It's the right thing to do. And why? Because it's what your heart is telling you to do. Stay true to yourself, and you can't go wrong, man.